Hello and a very good day everyone. So today we will learn on month-on-month analysis based on a given claims report. So over here we do have files, Microsoft Excel files like January, February, and we do have the files from March until December. So now if you look carefully, this is my given task. So what my manager wants is basically I need to import the monthly claims data set from a system and then to the Excel, and then eventually I need to actually in each particular file that I've downloaded, they will have the claims amount by category, and like for example May report, June report, July report, and my manager wants me to compare the month-on-month analysis. So this is basically what I need to do, and then eventually email this report to the manager. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually import data from a folder. So go to data, get data, and then from file, and then from folder. Okay, so this thing over here, you need to know where you save your folder. So apparently if you see over here, I save my folder under desktop and under the folder claims. So I want to do the analysis between January and February. So what I'm going to do is I just go to data, get data, from file, and then I click from folder. So you need to know where you save. I save in desktop, case study claims report, this folder over here, and I press open. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on transform data because I don't want to actually compare every month. My manager only wants month on month. That means like January, February, March, and so on. So I click on transform data, and then after that it will eventually go to the Power Query editor. So if you look here carefully, here we do have the data. So what I want to do is I only want to keep the two rows, because every time when you put a new file in like March, April, and so on, so I don't want all the files to appear. Instead, what I want to do is the date access, I will try to sort in an ascending order. So just say when you put March, you put April, or you put new file, the new file will be appear at the top. And then I don't want all the files, I just want to keep the top row. I just want to keep two rows only. And there you go. And then the next thing is I'll just click on these two arrows over here because I want to combine the files. Click it over here, and then after that a box will appear. What I'll do is I'll try to choose the particular worksheet. So you have to ensure the worksheet name is same. So just click over here, and then I press OK. So once I press OK, what happens is it will actually show me the claims database. So we have like the February database, and we also have the January database. It has actually combined together. So now what I want to do is I want to make a comparison. So I click here. I don't press close and load because when you press close and load, it will load as a table in a new worksheet. I will just press close and load too because I want to load as a pivot table format. Click it over here and then press OK. And just like that, it will load as a pivot table. So what I want to do is in this particular file over here, I want to actually show the expense category, and I want to actually put the transaction date at the column. So here you have January, February. I don't want the date. I don't want the days. There you go. And what I want is the sum of amount. So here we have the amount over here, and I don't want this in this format. So I'm going to press right click, and then I go to number format. I just choose accounting, no decimal places, and no symbol. So there you go. So this is how it looks like. And then after that, if just say you don't want the grand total, you go to design. You go to the grand total on for columns only because I don't want the rows, I want the columns. So just like that, we do have this the rows, I mean for the columns like January how much, February how much, and so on. Okay, so now we do have this data. What I want to do is I want to use conditional formatting. So whereby I'm going to put here the month-on-month trending. Month-on-month trending. What is the thing is the C3 data minus with the B3 data. Okay, so we notice that February there is a reduction in claims. So I'm going to use conditional formatting, highlight cell rules greater than. If just say greater than 0, I put green color. And then if just say less than 0, I put red color. Okay, and then after that, what I also want is I also want to show the arrow. So I'm going to go to these icon sets. You can choose over here. So I want to choose more rules, and I want to do what? So this one, I'll just click here up arrow. This one is a normal arrow. You can just choose this, or you want to actually choose this one also can, yellow dash, and this one is red color arrow. Okay, so here I put your number, here I put your number, this one is greater than, and there you go. So I'm going to press here OK, and then here my manager can see, okay, that means there is a reduction and so on. And I'm going to do the same thing. This one is month-on-month trending, This one over here, I want to put the percentage. That means my manager can know how much is reduced. So equal to C3 divided B3 minus 1. And then I'm going to copy this and paste as format. And then I want to change this to a percentage format. So we notice that for accommodation, there is a reduction by almost 50%. And then after that, I can drag downwards. So we notice apparently for February, the claims that has increases only office purchases and traveling. And then after that, I can actually auto fit the column. So this one I actually can remove all this. Okay, so if just say you don't want these labels over here, you can go to pivot table and then you can just close these field headers. So let's like that, it has been removed. Here I can put here the total claims. And if you want to change the coloring, you can go to design and you can choose any color you want. So maybe I just choose this color. And then over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and paste as format. Alright, so now this is how it looks like. So apparently we do have the data like January and February. So just say I go to my file over here. So for example, I go to my folder. Okay, so here we have January and February. So I can go to my claims report. So in this claims report over here, just say this much, I put it over here. So when I put over here, I go to my Excel file, and when I right click and when I refresh, what happens is you notice here will be February, here will be March. So let me just do one more time so that you can get a clarity. So just say I put here April, I put it over here and I go to my file and then I right click and I refresh. Here you'll notice we have March and April. So this is how you can actually automate the report. But just say you really want to use a VBA, macro, Visual Basic application. We can write a code basically. So I go to Visual Basic, I go to insert, I create a module and I put here sub update. So the name of the VBA is update. And then after that, I'm going to write here dim. Dim means we are declaring ABC as pivot table. And then after that, set ABC as sheets. You need to know what is your sheets name. Okay, you need to have here the code is sheets. Okay, so what's the sheet name? So let me just go over here. The name of the sheet is claims, CLAIMS. So this is the data. So I'm going to write here claims and then full stop. Pivot tables, you make sure must have the S. Here there's no S, but here must have a S. So what pivot table is this? Well, you need to do what? You need to know what pivot table is this. So I go to pivot table. Apparently this is pivot table 2. And then let me just paste it over here. And then after that, this ABC, I refresh table. There you go. Then you just click over here to check whether the VBA, if there's any spelling mistake and so on. So now what I want to do is I just want to insert a box. So this box over here, the name of this box is update. Make it bigger. Center align. And then right click, assign macro. And the name is update. And then after that, I just click here. So now what happened is, if just say I select the files, like just say May, June. Okay, May, June. And I put it over here. So right now, when I just click update, you will notice there will change to May and June. So we can have the data being automated accordingly. So let me just do one more time. If just say you want to make a comparison between July and August. So you put July and August. And then you go to your file and then you click update. So we'll see July and August.